morning, everybody. If you're new here, my name is Rosa. I am an Azorean girl living in Canada. I am a new immigrant here, and on this channel, I like to share my journey that is called life and my experiences along the way. So it is April 26th, Saturday morning. It is currently 9:30 a.m. I have been awake since 6 a.m. Louis just went off to work around 6:30. So I've been alone ever since then. This is my second coffee. I had a slow start to my day. I got back into bed after he left and I read some of my book that I'm currently reading, which I will share with you. O que é que tu estás fazendo? Ora! O que é que tu estás fazendo, gato? Não consegues sair? Of course you can get out. No! I have this here because I want to put it in the fridge. But these cats... I was about to share the book that I'm reading. It's called Codename Helen. Again, it is based in the Second World War. You saw in one of my recent videos, I did read a book called The Book Thief. That's also placed in the Second World War. But this one is history fiction and romance. So it's interesting. The other one was really good. The Book Thief, that was a really good book. I recommend you guys reading that if you like history fiction. It kind of is like, that one is kind of more the insight of a German little girl and what her experience was like. You guys should really read it. It's a sad book though. And this one is it's about someone, I don't want to give away the storyline. But it's about a woman, and I think she killed. I'm not sure, that's what I read online. But yeah, so I'm not even sure I'm allowed to say that word on YouTube. She killed a German soldier. Apparently I've been gravitated to books about that, but it's not on purpose. It's just that I happened to find this book, and I got this book at the thrift store for only $1.50 because it was half off. And there's this really cute thrift store here in the city that I live in. It's called The Perfect Find. It's really cute. They have really good prices, and I think every week they have so each thing will have a colored tag. And so this week it was the pink tag that was 50% off. When I got this book, it was the orange tag that was 50% off. So I always, whenever I go into that store, I always look at the books because they have a few books, and I want to see if there's any that I might think that is worth buying. I've had a few of you recommend me some books, which I am very grateful for because I plan on reading a lot this year. That's my third book since I've been back to Canada, so I've already been reading. Anyways, I've been talking a lot already, so I'm going to do a little bit of cleaning. I've been doing that every day, but I want to clean the bathroom, probably clean the fridge today, and sweep and mop, and I would vacuum, but I don't have a vacuum yet. So yeah, we just have to make do with what we have for now. I'm going to start doing stuff, or else the day is going to go by quickly. That's how it's been going by. I also plan on editing a vlog today. Not a vlog, a grocery haul. So, sipping on my coffee, and I'm going to start working. Clearly, I wasn't filming, but I did wash the dishes. At least it was just a little bit that I forgot to hit record. I am going to head into my bathroom now. was gonna film myself, but it's too windy. Oh, look who's here. Excuse me. Oh, she's so curious. Okay, I was gonna do the floors right now, but I am so hungry that I'm gonna eat first. So I'm gonna make myself a sandwich just because I do have leftovers, but I'm gonna save them for later because I have one serving of one kind of food and a different serving of a different kind of food. That is enough for 1 people each. So that's what we're gonna have later for dinner. And I'm gonna make a sandwich right now. So after cleaning, I'm gonna make a mess. Watch. Oh, vocês não parem. I might also make a salad. I don't know. So tell me, do you guys like eating sandwiches? And if you do like eating sandwiches, let me know how you usually make your sandwich. I like sandwiches, but I like to make them like a sub sandwich. So this is what I do every morning when I wake up. I make a sandwich for the week. Actually, I make 2 or 3 because men eat a lot more than women do. At least my man eats more than I do. See, the problem here is the slicing. I am so impatient for this right now. So I'm just going to use this thing and hopefully it works. For those of you who don't know, sliced cheese blocks of cheese, you cannot really get in Portugal. You can buy them at the deli, like the whole entire block, but people don't usually do that. But you can buy shredded and sliced cheese. Now, the problem with buying the shredded cheese is that it doesn't really melt properly because it's coated with like a flour. Also, this cheese here, the marble cheese, or I think in the States they call it Monterey Jack or something like that. This type of cheese does not exist in Portugal. I really like this chorizo salami. It's really good. I'm not a salami person or a sliced chorizo person for sandwiches, but this one is really good. In Portugal, or at least in the Azores, they don't have flavored hams. So I'm putting honey ham right now on my sandwich, but that doesn't exist in Portugal. You can either get turkey, chicken, or just normal ham. You can get mortadella. No bologna. Bologna doesn't exist in Portugal. Not yet, at least. Some things are starting to come to the island. And I keep saying Portugal, you guys, but whenever I say Portugal, I always mean the Azores because I've never actually been in the continent, so I don't know what's there. I wonder if this is going to make it weird. I always buy like the big bag of romaine and I cut it up into containers so that whenever I make sandwiches, they're ready to go. They're also cut up into a nice size for salads. So, oh, that mustard is being very indecent. Yeah, and I'm gonna do something crazy. I'm gonna add in some vinaigrette, balsamic vinaigrette. And here is lunch. I'm gonna eat this up before finishing cleaning. This sandwich is looking so delicious. I'm gonna finish eating this up. And see you soon. You believe this cat? The floor is wet. Why does he do this to me? So I mopped the floor so like you could see. I turned on the fan so that it could dry faster, and I can see that it's practically already dry. I'm just folding some clothes that I don't know how I forgot these clothes in the dryer, but they were there. So when I transferred the wet clothes, I saw that these were in the dryer. That's so bad of me. I'm kind of embarrassed saying that, but you know, it happens from time to time when you forget, because I usually wash my clothes at night. That's when it's cheapest to use the electricity. And today's Saturday, so I have it going during the day, but because it's like cheap all day. But on the weekdays, I only wash it at night, and so I guess I just forgot that I had clothes, laundry. And that's okay, I'm folding it today. We always get to it, right? I don't have kids yet, so I bet it'll be even more, like this will happen a lot more in the future when I do have kids eventually. After I'm done folding clothes, I'm gonna go sit on the couch, open up my computer, try and edit a video, do stuff that needs to be done, and maybe I'll read a little bit more of my book again. Kind of always want to read it now. I'm really liking it. The sun is coming out. As you can see, the lighting probably just changed in the video. But yeah, it's a pretty slow day. I'm not making anything for dinner tonight because, as you saw in my fridge, I had some containers, and we're going to be eating leftovers because food is expensive and we cannot be throwing out food. I do admit, though, I do get bored being at home all the time. I really am ready to start working. But I know I need to be patient, and it will come. I would definitely do YouTube as a full-time job, but I just don't know if that's realistic anymore, you know? That's not something that you can rely on because it's not consistent. You know, people won't always like you. Besides, I do not earn enough money yet to be able to even consider that. I'm gonna put these clothes away, and I'm gonna head over to the living room. So it's the next day, and it's Sunday, and it's a beautiful day, and Vij and I, we came out to this garden that's not too far away from home, and it's very pretty. So I'm going to show a little bit of it.